of the developments with this. Srinjoy, could you explain how big a moment this is for India's fight for justice for the victims of 26/11?
Let's not forget that India has waited all these years. It all began in 2008, and India, the greatest thing you can say is the fact that India has doggedly continued its effort to get Rana back. And the fact that after all these years, India has succeeded. Now, it's very important for the people of India, and particularly for all those people who suffered because of 26/11. People have lost their lives, people have lost their relatives, people have lost a lot because of 26/11. And today, after all these years, there is a sense of justice. Now, there are past examples of how these things have happened, how these trials have happened. The most interesting one remains the Eichmann trial of the 60s, when after about 16 years, Eichmann was caught in Argentina and brought back, and he became the man in the glass booth. And the whole world saw what the trial was going to be like. Now, whether the Indian government would do it in a manner that is so open and spectacular, we don't know. But at the end of the day, there has to be punishment for the people concerned. And Rana has been found, Rana has been caught, he should be tried and suitable punishment meted out. But there are still people who are responsible for it and who are as far away as Pakistan. Lakvi is alive and well in Pakistan. Hafiz Saeed is there in Pakistan. And one day, hopefully, they will be brought back and they will be brought to justice, because they were as much responsible for 26/11 as anybody else.
Srinjoy, do remain with us. How exactly does Rana's extradition reflect on the global fight against terror? Because you're seeing cooperation from multiple countries. And also explain what exactly this will mean when we talk about Pakistan's role in spreading terror as well, because his testimony is going to be very significant in the case and also in connection with Pakistan's role.
Well, there is absolutely no doubt that the ISI was involved, along with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. But here, we will hear Tahawwur Rana actually talk about it in court. Now, if those moments are placed before the world, then very clearly the world will see what happened on 26/11 and what happened before that. It's important to know that 26/11 didn't just happen. This was such a well-planned operation, well-planned, well-rehearsed, well-financed. The terrorists were well-trained, well-armed, everything was perfectly executed. Luckily, India managed to recover very quickly. Luckily, Kasab was arrested. Luckily, we got hold of all those conversations that took place. We have them. All of us have heard those conversations between Lakvi, and they are chilling, between Lakvi and the terrorists, Lakvi saying, you are on air, congratulations, all of that, and move up, go up a few floors. Let's not forget that these things are known to the public. But once again, all these years later, we will hear one of the conspirators speak about what he did, what the Lashkar-e-Toiba did, what the ISI did. And this is something the world will hear in public. And if that happens, it will be a significant blow against terrorism.
Absolutely. Srinjoy, thank you so much for joining us and speaking to us about what exactly is taking place here. Remember, he is expected